Alrighty guys, what's going on? So today we're talking about tomatoes and pruning, and we got a bunch of tomatoes on. So everything's looking really good. I'm really happy about this. But we got to talk about pruning. As you can see, this one looks like a tree. Nothing much at the base, looks really good. But over here, we got a big mess going on. So we're gonna talk about pruning, how to prune, and how to get the maximum, most sweet tomatoes. Let's go. So one thing I love about tomatoes before we get into pruning is just how versatile they are in cooking and how good they are for you. You know, they're loaded with vitamins. They have a ton of vitamin C. I think one medium-sized tomato is like 40% of your vitamin C, your daily recommended amount. So that's pretty impressive. They're great for your digestive health. They're really good for your skin. So they're all around a great tasting and good for you technically they're a fruit, but they have seeds. But yeah, so pruning. Now, I just want to show you an example of what a good tomato plant is going to look like. It's going to be, well, I single stem mine, so that's just that I have the one main stem. So starting down here, this stem, you can follow the stem all the way up the tree, and then it keeps going up here. Keep still following it up. There it is, the same stem, and up to the top. That's how you single stem method. Now, I have most of my tomato plants like this. The same stem, you can follow up to the top and to the bottom, right there. But this one, I have not pruned yet. This is my San Marzano tomato, and it's just a mess. You can't even find where the first main stem is. There's like 5 different offshoots down here, so we got to talk about pruning. So one of the most important things about pruning is knowing your types of tomatoes. There's 2 types. There's indeterminates and determinants. I'm growing indeterminate, and that means these can get up to 6 to 8 feet growing, and that they will just keep growing on until they die from, for me, it would be weather conditions. They keep growing and producing all year. But with a determinate variety, it will grow to about 4 feet and be more stockier and bushy, and then ripen all its fruit at one time and then die. So if you are growing determinate varieties, I would say let it grow and do not prune, because you will lose fruit and you lose a lot of harvest. But if you know you're growing indeterminate varieties, you want to prune. So just look that up, whatever types of tomatoes you're growing, and find out if they're determinate or indeterminate. This year I'm growing all indeterminate, so I will be needing to prune. So, suckers. That is a very big thing and very important. What are suckers? Well, let me just show you a good example of one. So, if you follow up your stem here, they send out 2 leaf nodes, right? And then here we have a sucker. Where is one? There we go. Here's the leaf, the main leaf it sends out, and here's the main stem. But this guy's growing in the middle, kind of right out of the crack. That's a sucker. That will turn into a whole new main stem and suck energy from your plant. It will produce more fruit, but your fruit will take way longer to ripen and be way less sweet due to the amount of fruit set on there. So what I like to do is just take my fingers when they're small and just pinch. It's off. Boom. There's another one right there. Pinch that guy off. And this just helps the plant keep growing taller and focusing its energy on all the fruit it has. So I'm going to keep following it up here. You're going to find the main leaf, and then you're going to find one growing at like an, I don't know, is it a 45-degree angle here? And you're just going to, you see that? You're just going to pinch that off and pinch that off. So you want to keep doing that. You want to keep making sure that you don't have any suckers growing, because they will take a bunch of energy out of your plant. Now, you saw I was pinching them off. If you do have bigger suckers, like here's one I missed. So I've been pretty good with my tomatoes. As you can see, it's single stemmed, but I did miss this guy. So if you come look down here, if I can move these leaves out of the camera, there's the main leaf node down here, and then the main stem, and then this is a big sucker. This sucker has grown into its own stem and is already producing fruit. Now, I would keep this, but I don't think I'm going to, and I can't just snap this off because I might damage the plant too much. So you're going to need pruners. I have some pruners right here. I got these on Amazon for like $5. I'll put the link down below. But they're pretty good. I think they're solid at this curved blade. But anyways, I'm not going to keep that, because then you can see here, suckers even start to begin to grow suckers, and it becomes a huge mess, and it really stresses the root system, because the root systems are only so big, and normally they would vine out as the tomatoes grow naturally, and all these little hairs would turn into roots on the ground, but we're growing them upright because we want our fruit to be away from the animals. So we're going to need to cut this. It is sad, and you can you know, you can save these plants by putting them in the water, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. You can just stick these into water, stick the base of this into water, and give it about a week, and it'll clone itself actually, and it'll grow roots, and you can just plant this somewhere else. But again, this is gonna be sad to do here, but I'm just going to take my scissors, get as close as I can to the plant in here without damaging my main stem, as you can see there. There we go. It's kind of blurry, but there we go. I'm just gonna snip. Now, I can take this plant, and if I wanted to clone it, here we go, let's put it on the grass. If I wanted to clone it, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the bottom leaves, take off the bottommost leaves, just pinch them, it doesn't matter. Just keep pinching off the bottommost leaves, take off the sucker, snap off the fruit, stick it in water, like so, in a window, and you'll have roots forming in about a week, and you can plant this. Alrighty guys, so the last thing about pruning is topping your indeterminates if you're growing them with one stem in the middle. Now, these could even grow 12 feet if you let them. If I got a 12-foot tall thing, they could probably get to 12 feet. But I don't want that. I'm not gonna be able to reach the fruit up there. So once these things get to about right up here, I'm going to follow the central leader, and I would just cut right here. And by doing that, it sends signals to the plant to get sturdier and bushier, but stop growing up and focus its energy on the fruit. So once you think your plant is tall enough, just follow that main stem up to the topmost point and snip, and then it'll start focusing more energy on the fruit and fruiting for the rest of the season and getting a thicker trunk so it can keep putting nutrients in. Now again, here's another example of a missed sucker here. A big one. There's the main leaf. There's the main stem, and then this giant sucker. Now, if you are gonna leave suckers, don't have more than 2 main stems. So this plant has 2 main stems, and that's okay. The root system can kind of handle it. But if you have more than 2 main stems, like 3, it really stresses the plant out and doesn't do that great. So 2 and lower if you're growing them vertical. That's all I have on pruning tomatoes. I am very excited to eat this. We're having some really high yields on our orange Rossellini. We got a bunch of fruit sets on here already, and it's the beginning of June. So, I mean, I'm excited. We have some of our Bonnie tomatoes really coming big on here. More fruit sets. You know, we have our San Marzanos that I haven't even pruned yet as an experiment, but they're still loaded. They are taking forever though to fully mature because of all the side shoots. But yeah, guys, that's all you need to know on pruning tomatoes, and this will help you get the maximum yield and have the best tasting fruit. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, drop them in the comments box. I'll be sure to make a video on it. It helps me put out content. But yeah, keep on growing, guys.